Nation, how you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Yeah, back everybody. Back again. That's why you do everything twice. Hey, false alarm. I was wondering why they called me for this type of event, but you guys hear me good? How? How am I doing, Downs? Sound better? I'm probably yelling and shit, tripping out. They called me right back. They called me right back and told me that the event that they were doing. It's not an event. I work at a school, and usually usually I'm like it's with the kids. This is like a parent thing, so I don't usually do that. But it wasn't a school event. I work for the school. I work for the district. It's something different. So they made a mistake, but I'm back talking shit on the Raiders again. I'm gonna keep talking shit until we start winning. How about that? But hey, we got Robert Pena back in it. Take two. We got it right, bro. Got Jason Downs up in here. That's why we do everything twice. The first time isn't always perfect. Yeah. Choppy. He said I'm a choppy. But everybody says what's up. What's up, Jers? My homeboy Europe up in the house. Go check his show out, man. Good to hear you got much love for you too, brother. He says it again. You're good, bro. Thank you very much. My boy Radio Critique in the house. Decorated, decorated Raider influencer and content creator. You can check him out. He hasn't been around in a while, but good to see you, brother. Good to see you. How you doing? He said we suck again. Well, we've been sucking. You know it. Been around a while. Critique has a show for a long time. Go check him out. We'll be rolling on my show. Ready first down, rolling on my show. I have a co-host that will be new dude. Is Sharp. He's never been on YouTube live. We'll go great. Hope you hope your show is good. I'll be watching it for sure. Downs. I support everybody that supports me. Is good with me. Everybody is. I don't have no problems with nobody. But I'll check it out. Let me know. There we go, critique, man. I've been doing this working. Yeah, there we go. Bro, this team is not what I expected this team to be. I know. I know it is. It's tough. It's tough. Um, we've been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking a lot about the things earlier on the show. If you're gonna check that out, I stopped real quick, got called in for work, but then they called me back and said, nah. So that's where it is. I will bounce to get some money, my little shoe money, my little kickback coffee money. You know what I'm saying? My cigar money. Gotta do that. But anyways, we was talking at depth about the show that we got going on before. This is take two of that show. But I'm gonna be on for a little bit with you. See what's going until I gotta go back to work. I gotta go back to work around two something. So oh yeah, one something. So I got a lot of time. Plus I'm gonna go get some rest, take the dogs out for a little bit. And then I just wanted to finish what the hell I was talking about first show, the first one. Got my boy D Menace in the house. Good to see you, man. See a grip of pictures of you at the game with them other folks, man. Good to see you. Hope you had a great time there. Always got love from my boy D Menace. Great dude. Met him before. He's a wonderful guy, man. Can't wait to touch up with him again. YouTube or not, D Menace was always have something with me right here. And Jers. And Critique also, bro. Me and Critique we been on some good shows together. We talking shit. It ain't the first time we talking shit. Here we go. Critique up in there. You think Pete Carroll should get another year? Nah. I think I tear it down. Critique, I tear that shit down. It's time to do that, bro. It's time to do that. D minutes, listen to me while I show the work, man. I'm entertain you to the fullest, bro. I don't know what you thinking. We talk about it when we see each other, but it's bad right now, bro. It's bad. We know it's bad. You watch it. I'm at the point where I don't say this type shit, D minutes, and you know that. I love my team, bro, but I'm real, and I'm gonna say, look, it's time to. Oh, okay. I'm not on the internet, right? Well, let's see if this internet works. So you guys hear me. Hey, he agrees with me. Robert Pena, what's up? The minister saying what's up to everybody. But when have we been calling for this, tearing it down whole? We would have coaches and we would talk about coaches and all this stuff, but it's like, fuck, man, everything is broken down on this team, and it looks like it. It's worse than last year. Last year, you knew it was coaching. We got out coached. We're not getting, to me, we're not getting out coached in football. Pete knows the game. He knows what he's doing. He just has fucked up, and he picked these. And what's bad is that these are his guys. I'm gonna go to my deathbed this year. It's Pete Carroll's fault. Pete Carroll hired his son. Pete Carroll hired Chip Kelly. Pete Carroll hired everybody that's on this staff. You know, and the defensive line coach that everybody wants to keep, he's part of this bullshit too. Because what is our defensive line doing? We can't make exceptions for bad coaching. The leader of the pack is Pete Carroll. Yes, he has a great reputation, but football passes us by. That's one thing that I've always did as far as coaching. I know 805 was in this before, the other the other line, but when you have to adapt to what we're doing now. We have content creators that said here in the past, throw the ball deep, run the fucking physical pass block. You could do that. Well, we had the dudes. We don't have the dudes. Hmm. Here we go, Red Critique. I can remember the last time when every single one of us were in agreement. This team is the worst team I've seen since I became a Raider fan. I got a couple more critique, and I think I'm older than you, but it ain't like when I was younger. It was what you seen, but our shells teams were bad. Last year's team was bad, and this is worse, bro. Just the shit that I know it's the players, because if it was all working well, why do we keep these guys around? We were so happy. We were so happy that we had all this money. We were so happy. We were so happy that we had all these money to get players, and we got this shit of people not doing nothing. Backup players, reserves, people that came from the practice squad. There's a reason for that, folks. There's a reason for people being on the practice squad. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to Pal Mal, but Pal Mal's not playing good this year. Here we go. Pete, the radio thing, Pete Carroll's son, who was also the offensive line coach. The offensive line is one of the worst offensive lines I have ever seen, and he's a running game coordinator, and we worst team in running again. So much as I wanted Aston Genty to be on this team because we know we were the worst running team in football, but just different categories. And I'm not saving up for Aston Genty. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Aston Genty isn't what he's doing, what he's supposed to do. I expected way more from Aston Genty what he's doing now, but there's a big but in it that we can't sit here and say that Aston Genty ain't busting his ass through that offensive line. He's not getting no help at all. Red Knight, what's up? Very good to see my boy D Menace, man. Better critique too, bro. And just the same gripes I had, bro. Alex Campbell, wasn't I was kind of with it, but it's not what we had what we got, and these free agents, bro. And then we were crazy enough to say that these free agents were lateral moves. You see anybody playing in that fucking secondary that's like Morey? You see anybody in there that's covering tight ends and running backs like Hobbs was? I don't give a shit if he got hurt. I don't give a shit if he wanted too much money. I don't think Morrig would have stuck around because he got paid. But we could have kept Hobbs. Fuck, I ain't even take Divine Diablo right now on his non-tackling ass. If we didn't have Devin White, we'd be getting ran through all day. I give respect to Devin White, his old ass, but he can't come back, dude. He's a band-aid. Let's get motherfuckers. Let's go out and get motherfuckers, not this budget fucking Dollar Tree ass players we got. It makes me sick in the stomach watching these dudes get burnt when I told you a long ass time ago that they were. We're saying that our best guy on defense is. We're proud and happy to say, well, fucking Eric Stokes is balling. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. We should talk as much shit about Eric Stokes. If he makes one good play and that's it for the season, he's dope. Bullshit. There ain't no way I'm gonna think that. Ain't no way. They go critique. Only so much you can do when your first point on a contract is 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he's known for that. But see, there was the people that were getting were saying that a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's a bust. We shouldn't have got him." That we're down to that now. Critique, but we didn't do what we're supposed to do is protect this motherfucker. Alex Kappa, Rogers, a guy we're switching from tackle to guard, and then that's like a swing guy that has good feet, right? And then that wants to that we want to put at a position that he didn't play at all in fucking college. He's a guy that runs zone. And what if the offensive coordinator we get, if it is Pete Carroll, not gonna run zone? He's a scheme guy. And we don't even know what Grant is. We're saying that Grant's gonna replace hurt ass Colton Miller every year. JPJ get hurt every year. He's known to get injured. Fuck, he hasn't played the whole season the 2 years he was in football. He ain't came in till game 5 last year. And he left fucking game 5 this year, probably. Game whatever. He has a problem getting hurt. It's been through college. Getting through college. I'm not with JPJ like everybody else. I ain't fucking sprung on JPJ like everybody else is. These motherfuckers need to get on. If they ain't gonna stick around. We're getting dudes with a reputation of getting hurt. We're getting dudes that always get hurt, like Colton Miller. As good as he is, he's still one of the top tackles and he's not even playing. How bad is our offensive line? We know. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to beat the shit out of your head to let you know that our offensive line is not good. Here we go, critique again with the good input. We got all this money and Pete over here bargain shop. Yeah, I've been saying that, bro. When we said it was lateral moves, I go, ain't no lateral move with Jeremy Chin and Morey. But and Palomao, I respect the cat. I respect him. I respect what he did. He was a project, He was on the practice squad. He wasn't drafted and worked his way up to start. That could be bad or it could be good because I respect this game, but he ain't it right now. He ain't he's a liability in the safety position. We've got beat deep so many times this year, and we didn't do that when Morig was there. No, we're not going to be able to get a safety like Morey. No, Morey is one of the top safeties in the league right now. Right now, where he's playing at. Why he ain't even hit his potential? What he was doing with us, he was limited, but he didn't let nobody beat him. D. You know why? Because he had a guy like Jack Jones on the other side. You know, he had D-Cam on the other side taking the licks. Yeah, Bennett on the other side taking it. We ain't got nobody like those dudes. And we thought those dudes were sorry. We said, you know what, give up Bennett, fuck him. Now what? We thought he was a good, but what the fuck is Booker doing? I don't even hear his name. What up, 805? Yeah, I'm back, bro. Got a false alarm real quick. Thank you for being here, bro. I reiterated if you was in a line when you the last one, we said there are coaches where football done pass them by. They stuck in their ways, and it's a big habit that coaches do is they stay in their own ways. Me, I evolve with football. Believe you me, I'll run the football like a motherfucker. I'll run it between the tackles. You win football games that way. You take time off the clock. You do it. If you can do it, then do it. Every football coach is going to try to run the football between the tackles. It's the easiest way to gain yards. Everybody knows that. I know 805 knows that. You go outside, you just got to have speed, get outside with the blocking skills. You got to do more to go outside and have a badass running back. So I'm not gonna tell you explain football to you. You should know it. But Raider fans been watching so much bad fucking football that we just stuck with the only thing that worked back in the days. And some of us ain't even the age to see that shit. Throw it deep. Run the football. You can't expect this dude to run a football, but he can't. Give Genty the ball fucking 40 times, 30 something times. Fuck that. You can't do it. You're gonna die out there. You're gonna get killed. And with the knowledge that we have about that, we're gonna say, "Oh, Genty wasn't fucking open. We shouldn't have picked him six." Now we shouldn't have. I wanted Genty as much as I said we were the last place, and it was because of our players back there. We have a good one. Let's imagine if this dude had a decent offensive line, middle of the pack offensive line, not 31st. We're bitching about running the football with 31st and fucking rushing. We can brag and say we had a 10th fucking passing, whatever, because we throw the ball so much fucking times, and you're bound to have a high percentage of an offensive line. Bound to. What's the point of having all that cap money if we're not going to use it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. 805 got his opinion with what I said. Coaching is a constant learning process. Things change and evolve. If you don't move with it, you'll get. That's what I think was going on now. Our defense does not look innovative. We keep moving Max inside out. I understand all that. Max is a speed rusher. Max is not powerful at doing things. He needs a move. He needs a spin. He needs an arm over. He needs to do all this shit. I understand why they move him around, but he doesn't have a defensive tackle in sight to put pressure on that quarterback besides him. I talk shit on Max Crosby, but that might be the reason why I talk shit on Matt Crosby because we don't have no one there. We had Christian Wilkins, and it worked for a minute. But what we do is that we keep trying and trying. I understand why we keep trying and trying to move Max around. We keep trying and trying to do throwing the ball to Genty and not running the football. I understand why Chip Kelly was doing all this shit. Chip Kelly was limited on what he had out there. Though the play last week with Dante, people misconstrued on that play. Oh, it was Geno's fault the way he threw it. Why can't Dante Thornton grab that fucking ball and take it out of that fucking DB and not let him get a chance to tip that ball? We think that every freaking pass that Geno throw has to be perfect. It ain't. It ain't. Now, not taking away that Geno's having a bad season and he sucks right now. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that 100%. But dude, you can't like, be right on point every time. And it's easy to say that it's easy to say that Geno Smith is having a fucked up season and one of the worst I've seen as a quarterback in a long while. But he doesn't have any help either. And Tyler Lockett wasn't an answer. We don't use Besh enough. We only have an offense that runs 40 something plays in a game. No chance of winning those football games because we don't score over 14 points, let alone getting to 20. And that's our goal in some way or another. That scoring 20 points means you're a pretty good offense. Scoring any points, you're good, but you just want to get there. And the way you do it is a factor. Is a factor. You have to run the football to do it, and that's one thing we lack doing is running the football. That's why we're fucking 2-10. That's why we're 2-10. Is because we can't run the football again. What part of not running the football didn't the fucking team official, whoever fucking know? What getting Genty was gonna everything that was gonna work. It's working a little bit because he's getting his. I'm very, very surprised this dude has almost 700 yards rushing with what he has out there, and I bet you 600 of them are on his fucking own. I'm not really looking at the stat type guy, but there's things that I do look at. I think that Aston Genty's not going to be yards per carry type guy. That's one stat that we look at yards per carry. We average as a team 3.4 yards a rush, but we expect four. That's cool. I'll take a 2nd and 6. Me personally, I would if I could run the football. Then I'll put me in a third and manageable. We're always in third and fucking 12, third and 9, third and 10. It's impossible to do. We only had 2 third down conversions last game. Look at what San Diego had. I mean, look what LA had. 12 or something. Those were the stats I look at. Are you good on third down? We're not. We're one of the worst in the league on third down. Here we go. D minutes. I will only go to Reddit parties and tailgating for my brothers and sisters in the nation. That's what I was saying, bro. I was gonna hit LA just to go kick it. I wasn't gonna go into the game. I was gonna take my wife to the game and we was gonna have a little time, but Thanksgiving, I had all the kids here. I ain't gonna take all of them. Fuck that. And I'm the type of pop that treat my kids. But I have a son that's 30 something, man. I ain't gonna be treating his ass. He got his own money. All my kids in the 20s. My baby just turned 20. So she could get it. And the grandkids, that's it. The other ones, they got you on your own. You gonna go to LA, you was on your own. They were ready to go. I take care of my daughters. I don't care how old they are. My girls get everything from me. Here go my opinion again. We are the team that players go to die. But then why would you go? Why are you gonna go? You go there to suck money out of us, but we didn't spend it on the right players. If you're gonna take money from us, at least let's fucking go. Get that center, bro. The Kobe Dean is fucking out there. I seen some good offensive linemen that's out there. Wide receivers like what? You get Perkins. I don't give a fuck what he act like. We got to get that. Who gives a fuck what they act like? Who gives a shit? I checked out the free agent, man. I just fucking got rid of it. But anyway, there's a lot of good linebackers out there, man. That's what we need. We need to get some offensive alignment, and we need to pay money. Fuck all this Alex Cappa. We got Alex Cappa. He's done. It's it. We know what we need to address. We need to address the offensive line. We need to address the linebacking position, and we got to get a fucking corner that means something. It hurt my heart when we just let Jack Jones leave. Jack Jones was an asset to this team. We get mad because he's not cool with you. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to go Geno Smith and flip you off and stuff like that. But that was just one fan he was flipping off because if I got called a motherfucker or I suck and all this shit, I'll flip your ass off too. I ain't saying that what he did was right. You can't be that way with the fan base, especially a quarterback. You're a captain of the team. Don't show us like that. That you represent all of them, and you've not been doing a good job. And it sucks to see that, man. It sucks to see that the not giving a shit because you know what, Gino? This ain't fucking Seattle, bro. And now you know we don't even get no love for booing you. You need to understand that you this ain't Seattle and the 12th man and all that. You got 70,000 dick suckers over there. That ain't Raider Nation. We take shit personal here. You ain't never gonna forget ever in your life what you did to the Raider Nation that day. And it might have been one dude that you flipped off, but basically you flipped off everybody because you ain't playing well. You're giving us the finger every game, bro. And then you're not adding up to finally you said it's on me. What about the 3 times you threw picks or fucking 3 picks in one day? What about the time when you didn't take responsibility of throwing picks in the end zone? A game I was at. I haven't been to a Raider game where we won in fucking 6, 7 years, bro. And that's bad. We don't talk about that. I don't understand why we're not, we're just dealing with it and shit, but we ain't talking about let's play young players and we ain't got nothing to lose, that's losing. But I can't sit here and say, oh, something to be motivated about. I'll be more motivated if we fucking break this shit down and start back up. I'll live through that again. We have never, when's the last time we done that? When's the last time we done that? I've never even seen us do that. We did it, and the dude got criticized for it. And it was John Gruden when he came back the second time. He got rid of Mac, which is I don't believe he traded Mac, but he got assets. But the thing is that those assets didn't fucking pan out with stupid shit he did. That's because he had total control of the team. He wasn't listening to his fucking GM. The GM didn't have no options, and that's exactly what's happening now. Spytek don't have no say on what the fuck's going on. It's evident. You think Spytek would want Tyler Lockett? You think he would have wanted Tyler Lockett? I don't even think he drafted all these motherfuckers because they ain't panning out. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing anything. They ain't getting the opportunity. I don't know if it's an opportunity or they just like to suck. Maybe we overdrafted these guys. Best plays. He only gets maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. We're happy and we listen to one guy that's a content creator that says the grades of this guy, that guy, 17 fucking plays is the answer to what this dude is doing. From a guy that said Alex Kappa was a good pickup. Do your own investigation. 17 plays isn't enough for me at all. I don't give a fuck if you understand the PFF shit or whatever. You gotta you gotta buy the shit to see in depth. You gotta buy PFF to see everything this guy does. What happens if he was? Who was he against? Who did he have? Eh, but in your back of your mind, you gotta say the dude never played guard. He's learning how to play guard right now in a system that he played tackle in. I ain't talking shit on Sanjay, but a lot of people are going to it without hearing what the dude said. I said, "Oh, well, this is coming from a guy that said that," but he falls in love with dudes too. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that the dude don't know football. He does. I respect his show. There's a reason why he has 60 something thousand people and I don't. But I'm not in it for that. He's been around way longer than me, and his opinion matters to people. I dig it. You don't have to listen to me. Listen to what I'm fucking saying. But when you see trash, bro, it's fucking trash. When you see bad pickups, it's bad, and it's at the worst right now. I think the Raiders are at the worst right now. Our situation is bad, and I don't know how people can reach so deep and try to find something good about this fucking team. Even rookies, our rookies are ass because we're not playing them, and then there's a reason for that. It ain't punishment. And if we're at the point to where we're saying we ain't got nothing to lose, that's even worse, folks. That's even fucking worse to say that. Just don't say nothing because it makes you look bad. And some people, I don't give a fuck what this person said. I don't give a fuck what this person said. But listen to me, bro. That if you say we ain't got nothing to lose, it's bad. My opinion, I'm at that point. I literally, I'm at that point to where I can't watch this team play football, bro. I got kids that are in high school with better organization, better pre-snap shit, that better blocking, better. This is all a mess. This is what it boils down to. It's a fucking mess out there, defensively and offensively. It looks like Max Crosby is doing whatever he wants to do. It can't be that way. It can't. And I can't sit there and say, look, man, that this is a good situation that Max is in, but if Max has to be a part of this rebuild, then so fucking be it. So be it. But to you, is Max Crosby worth 40 million bucks? Yes, it's a bad team, but he changed the game, bro. I, I wasn't I wasn't with paying Max that much money because he didn't do what all these other guys did. Max Max is a good player. Okay, Max is a good football player, but I'm not gonna be on his job like everybody is. I'm not gonna be saying, you know what, Max is a one and only this and that. You could love him all you want, but he's not doing the things that $40 million guys are playing. When we play Cleveland, that's a $40 million dude right there. Stronger, bigger, better rusher, pass rusher. Nowadays, football is a speed rusher and a physical pass rusher the old school way. And that's what Garrett is. That's what all of them are. I think Max is the smallest, supposedly best pass rushers. Now we could get into that, in my opinion. We could get into that. I think we get a new coach. I don't know what type coach we need to get. And if I'm going to talk about it, I need to narrow it down to see who. A lot of dudes, a lot of people talking about getting this Kubiak or whatever. You know, I like the Shula dude, but we need to get a quarterback guy, a guy, a quarterback coach. Now I don't want to do this Gruden shit all over again. I don't, because we need to let. We're gonna get a guy with so much promise like Spike Tech. We need to let Spike Tech be a GM. You can tell this team right here, it doesn't have any general manager type shit going on in it. Young DB, you said throw the bag at the Oregon coach and draft the Atlantic. I don't know about that. I don't want anybody from college, bro. They ain't hip to this shit. Dealing with the players now is different. Pete Carroll could do that, but the players that Pete Carroll deal with isn't even close to what DK wasn't DK until he started when Pete left. You didn't hear DK doing all the shit he's doing right now with that when Pete Carroll was there. He was dope, and he can act the way he did. That's the way Pete Carroll is. If you're dope, do it. I don't care what you do. You can be late for meetings. You can do all this shit. That's the way Pete Carroll is. He ain't got no discipline on his team because we're not disciplined. It ain't like Pete Carroll lays the wood down, lays his shit down. It ain't like that. And you can tell because sometimes we want a guy, that disciplined guy like Gruden. But fuck that old shit. Let's get a new guy. Who's the new dude that's there? Like McVay guys, dude from San Francisco, Shanahan type guys. The guy from Green Bay, his brother, the offensive dudes that know how to get a quarterback in a right situation. I haven't seen Geno Smith do an audible or change the protection in his foot. All he does is tell Geno get this guy, point, and bring a guy in motion. That's all I see him do. Mr. Survey, does Max Crosby do anything that might? Who's the All Pro linebacker that they got? Who's the All Pro corners that they have? From the get, it's Myles Garrett. From the get, he makes his team get better. Myles Garrett don't want all the shit. He doesn't want all. It's me. You hear that? Does Myles Garrett have a fucking show? Are you cool with that? I don't want a Salah because the Salah is the same way Pete Carroll is. Look at the Jets are just as bad as we are, bro. He couldn't fix that shit, so he ain't gonna fix ours. And he had a couple years to do that. He's a player coach too. I need a dude to say, fuck that. I'm a coach football. Let Spike take get the players, be in agreement with it, but you ain't I'm gonna override you. Pete Carroll is to say who he wants. Because I know for a fact that Spike Tick ain't this fucking Tyler Lockett type shit. He ain't. He want to win. He ain't gonna. Well, let's wait and see what we got. What better opportunity? Mason Graham's a rookie. Denzel is a rookie. He ain't causing havoc. Mason Graham caused havoc on us. He's a what happened to Adam Butler? Adam Butler is supposed to be what for us? Is he helping out Max? Salah is a 49. Yeah, I know who he is. I don't give a fuck what he's doing for that defense. If he was our defensive coordinator, we would have a better defense. I'll tell you that's one thing for sure. But he ain't no head coach, and we give head coaches chances again and again and again. Get a guy that's fucking that has a potential for some respectable guys. Like a Pete Carroll would say, I like this guy. But we obviously know that Pete Carroll's going to get his guys. Pete Carroll wanted a better defense. Then why didn't he get fucking the guy we had that did the Legion of Boom, that did that shit? We were a better defense with him than we are with Patrick Graham. Constantly fucked up defense with Patrick Graham. Constantly. Our defense is a better group than our offense is because they got better players. Here we go. Money Chuck. What's up, Money Chuck? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Guys, bullshit and stop making excuses for Max. Garrett is clearly better than Max. Stop the fan of bullshit. I'm okay with you. I'm with you. Tattoos, tattoos and having a show don't make you a good fucking football player. But we as a collection of content creators, or especially chicks, the chicks that have radio shows make me fucking sick because all they do, they don't know football, and then they stay. You gotta stay in your lane. You gotta stay in your lane when you talk about football. Okay, because just because a dude looks good doesn't mean he's a good football player. Because I bet you all them guys are yoked just as big as fucking Max is. All the tattoos and you love all this no Gracie ass shit. Fuck all that. Get a fucking couple of sacks a game. All right. There's motherfuckers out there that are rookies that got 15 sacks, 14 sacks, but you talk of your good game, but you ain't doing it. You get two that we losing. And when you were out last year, we won 2 games. We won football games when you weren't in playing. That doesn't happen when Garrett's not in. When Garrett don't play, they lose bad. But when he plays, they beat the fucking sorry ass teams with the Raiders. Did you outplay Garrett when we head to head? But you could be one of them chicks out there and say, you know what, Max deserves better to be on a better fucking team. I'll trade that motherfucker to the Jets quick. I'll trade that motherfucker for 2 number 1s right now. Right now. I'll trade. I'll trade Miller for a pick right now. I'll get rid of JPJ quicker. You hurting ass ankles all the fucking time. Here we go. Here we go again. I just don't understand, man. I don't understand, bro. Bring back Chase Young and Malcolm Koonce. Malcolm Koonce is not in my objective. He did his. I'll say this back. I'll take that back. Malcolm Koonce is still recovering from his injury. He's playing like he's hurt. Still, mentally, a situation like that, and then what I investigated in that injury, that it was a bad knee injury. He ripped everything in his knee, and that takes. I'll give him credit because I've had fucked up knee too. I did that to my knee when I was in high school, and it took me a long. It was my senior year, and it messed up my opportunity to play, possibly play in JUCO. So we could, if we could trade Max Crosby, here we go. If we could play, if we could trade Max and get that center, what do you think more important? Mhm. To me, Max maybe second round pick, but we think 2, 3 first round pick. Other teams are like, all right, a team that's there, like Baltimore, I'll trade Max and get that center and Patrick Queen play for Baltimore, or linebacker and like that. Who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't trade Lennon? What's his name? The center at fucking Baltimore from Max Crosby right now. Who wouldn't do that with the production that we got going on here? Eee. I would think about it. I'll tell you that for damn sure. Everybody knows football. The middle of that, the mindset of that position. We're fucking around putting tackles and guards at center. No reason. That's the reason why we're so fucked up. We can't make that decision, and it ain't Spytek making that decision. A GM that's GMing would say, "We don't do that. You don't fuck with it, right?" We did from the get go with the transition, but we think that JPJ is a center, okay, but he's not. Okay, he's a better guard than a center to me. What he does is better. What he could do for the Raiders is better at center. We're just stuck that he won this award, and then it changes. It changes. We just got to accept that, but we don't because there's something to bitch about on shows. I understand. I have a show. We have a show. Me and my boys, and we talk about that all the time. But I've never agreed with moving centers around. Okay, we had Putnam. We got fucking Kappa there now. We got four fucking different centers. It ain't gonna pan out. And there's not one coach that's around that'll say that that's a good thing to do. We're fucked up. It's messed up. It's messed up bad to where it's a point to where we can't make the decision on who's the one there, and it ain't never gonna change. Who made that decision? Because whoever made that decision made it get worse, moving people around like that. And obviously, we know who is at the top, who agreed to do it. And I'm pretty sure that it wasn't Chip Kelly. Our offense wasn't running the way Chip Kelly would want it. Chip Kelly was forced to put the offensive line coach, Brandon Pitt Carroll, as a run game coordinator. And if we understand what a run game coordinator is, it's like an offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator, you have a run game coordinator if you want to. You don't have to. And I know Chip Kelly. I don't know him personally, but I've met him before and real quickly. But I've been in seminars with him. I've been to two seminars with Chip Kelly was talking. He's not a real good guy, but he knows fucking football. And I know the way his mannerisms are that he is not with having a run game coordinator. It's all him. Every offensive coordinator is that way. Ain't no offensive coordinator gonna split shit. You are control of the run game, and that's what a coordinator is. It's a label that Brennan Carroll has to have a bigger opportunity on his name to get a future job. And who does that come from? Pete Carroll. You know that because if I'm labeled an offensive coordinator, I make the decisions on who's on my staff. And I know for a fact the way Chip Kelly is, he has never had a co-offensive coordinator, a assistant guy. A quarterback coach is the closest thing to that. That's your guy. The guy that he wanted probably to be coordinated with him got fired too. So they got rid of that's the only guy that got fired. So that was the only guy that Chip Kelly could bring in, and then that was a problem. He probably wasn't wanting to do it, and I could see the repercussions of that because he wasn't with what Brennan Carroll was coordinating the running game, and so you ain't doing what my son wants to do, so I'm gonna fucking get rid of your ass because the offense ain't doing shit, and you're responsible for it. But Brennan Carroll probably had a big part of it. What is your responsibility as a running game coordinator? We're not running the football. You're in charge of that. What's up? You see the the fucked upness of this that the head coach is favoring some, and it's all I wasn't with the nepotism because I know what happens in football. I'm just so used to it being happening that I, coaches hire their brothers, their brother-in-law, friends, do them a favor to get them some dough. You know, got to go recruit. You spend money. The university's not over here saying, "All right, here we go." You spend your money, you get paid. At the higher levels, hmm, hey, all right, here we go. You don't have to do like spend your money. You get paid good, and then you have to then you don't use your own money. But when you're in the NFL, you get paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? But everybody knows that a coordinator job is just what he's doing is he's not a coordinator. Willie Wayne, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Good to see you, bro. Willie Wayne, my dude. Good to see you, man. Chip Kelly didn't want Geno and didn't have control over the run game. It's clear to see. That's why. That's why he said, "Fuck it, bro." We were saying young DB. We were saying, man, Chip Kelly don't run the football. Chip Kelly doesn't do this. And Chip Kelly's not doing this. The dude was strapped, bro. I'm not making excuses for Chip Kelly. What he calls, he didn't have the players. He probably didn't have a say who was coming. And that happens. That happens in football. You can't get everybody you want, but you could damn near question it and say, "What's up? If you want to run the football, I'm not in charge of running. I call the plays, but you coordinate. You coordinate the running game." And this dude is called the running game coordinator. That responsibility, especially at the pro level, I imagine is significant as far as running game is concerned. You're in game planning, you're in and when the call scripted plays, we bitched that Chip Kelly not running the football on 15 scripted plays. What the fuck did this Brennan do then? He, hey, Dad, he only has one running play in the scripted plays. Well, son, that's because you can't run the ball or you can't put in a game plan to run the football. So Chip is doing his job and coordinating his offense. Nah, we didn't say that, right? That ain't going on in there. Is saying we're gonna fire you because we can't run the football and you throw the ball fucking 80% of the times. And Chip Kelly is saying, "Well, your son don't know what the fuck he's doing, so go ahead and fire me." I don't give a shit. I'll take my fucking whatever million of dollars that you guys are gonna pay me to look stupid again. I don't care how many coaches we pay, as long as we get the right one. And it's a very unfortunate that a guy like Chip Kelly, this dude has amazing offenses, and we blamed him and we blame him, and then we scooped so low and reached so much that we got his players, but his players were the best that year. The years that he was in Philly or whatever, the best years they had their best years of the career. But he's an asshole. I'll tell you that. He's not good with people. But all he had to do, he was in a perfect position. All he had to do was just say, "All right." But we don't understand that. And we have a guy that's running what we suck at running. And matters what his position was a running game coordinator. We can't run the football. So what's wrong with him? If we fire the main guy, why can't we fire that guy? But we take his boy that he handpicked that probably wanted to be a running game coordinator or a passing game coordinator. We fired him too. But he was an assistant offensive assistant. That's the label he had. But he probably was Chip Kelly's guy. But that's why he got fired too. He had to be Chip Kelly's guy. Offensively, we're bad. We're very bad. One of the worst offenses I've seen in a long time the Raiders have. It's Jamarcus Russell's offense. And that was terrible. We have bad offenses, but this one takes the cake. This one takes the cake bad. And we haven't ran the football. Poor Aston Genty. He didn't look like this when he didn't look like this in the beginning. The kid wants the football. And I might be overreacting saying uh, that it really isn't Chip Kelly's fault. He got fired and he's responsible for the offense, but so is his son. That helped with the run game. Here we go, Mr. Surdre. I thought we had a coach from Notre Dame that helped with the run game. What coach is that? The running back coach? The running back coach just practice and gets them in a rhythm and gets them going, like teaches them the in and outs of those dudes don't need to be taught how to play fucking running back. They've been doing this since they were 8 years old. You show them you work on game plan, but the guys that coordinate that are the upper guy. We think that these dudes are sitting there, OTAs you do, OTAs you do. It ain't fucking college or football where they're teaching you shit, bro. It ain't like that, bro. It's coaches have the one way, one way, and we can't. We it doesn't like development is out the window, bro. When the season starts, you a fifth, sixth round pick, and you go to practice, you learning whatever, but you're not gonna be a significant part of the game plan. To me, a first, second, third round pick, you need to play. You need to get in there. These dudes weren't putting in the stuff to do that when they had the opportunity to do it. You get better over the long haul. Paul, you keep saying that shit. Bo Nix is trash, bro. Bo Nix is fucking trash. Sometimes I think you were everybody except Raider fan, bro. You come out in the beginning of the show just say Raiders, and then you say I told you Bo Nix. He plays for Denver, bro. And what the fuck? He didn't do shit. That defense wins him football games. Hire GM Paul. You're so whack. Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. All right, folks. Thank you for waiting for me. Here we go, Jeff, with a good little question. No, we ain't doing shit until we get a better O line. Quarterback in history of the NFL, past, present, or future, that could survive this back there. Nope. And then what we're doing too, Jeff, is that we're saying, we're saying that it's weird because we're saying, oh, Geno Smith is holding the ball too long. He's not holding it longer than fucking AOC was. And for us that want to see, it's just so much we need to do, Jeff. We need to get new shit. I'm with that, Jeff. And I don't know if you agree with me. You said it a couple of times. I watch you all the time, Jeff, and you said it, bro. We just need new shit, and we need new players. We this old. budget that we're on. I know Spy Tech doesn't want to do that. He knows band-aids don't work. We're not there yet to be bandaged up. We're in a drastic situation to where we need to redo everything. That's the only way. And I'm gonna preach that. I don't get on many shows, and my YouTube days. The Raiders. The Raiders. I'm so deep in this team, bro, that it's hard to do YouTube. It's hard to, you do it. You do a great job at it. I respect that, and I respect everybody that's standing in there doing this shit. But it's hard for me because from the beginning of the season, I've been saying I wasn't with it, and it's not. It's not. This isn't like I'm not surprised. There were some things that I was looking forward to watching, but the it's just bad. It's just really bad, and it's not really not. I can't even say this was all right. I hear people say, well, he did all right. He just needs more time, and we've been saying that for the fucking so many years with people. We've been saying that with Tyree. We've been saying that with fucking Palomao. We've been saying that with fucking Parham. We've been saying that with fucking everybody. AOC. We've been saying that forever to where we think that this is okay to do. And if it's bit, bro, it's fucking done with it. It's hard to. It's just I'm just done with it. I'm done with watching this team not impress anybody, bro. It's like you hear you hear people talk about our team, dude, is bad. I don't like hearing people say our team sucks without me saying it. I'm the only one that can say that. This is the perfect time to wipe the slate clean and start all around. We got the GM, so let's do it. I'm with Spite. I was with Telesco. Telesco didn't do shit to me, but just we called him two coupon Tom or whatever he was called. But what he put together over there in San Diego was the players he got over there. Fuck, way better than what we had. What his 1 year working, and Spytek, I don't think is in control. Who who thinks Spytek is in control of this team? It's not. He can't sit there and just say, "Okay, I'm going to get Tyler Lockett to save our team because we got rid of a better wide receiver, younger." Jacoby Myers wasn't going to get paid, and then that could have been a thing for with the with Spike Tech when he didn't want to pick up uh Jacoby Myers, but he wanted to get paid, and probably they weren't in the same range. But it would have been good to have Jacoby Myers. He was a good Raider, man. Why we fuck that off? It's just that we mess up, and I knew that this got Pete Carroll all over it, and then he came in and got his guy. That's bullshit, man. To me, that's bullshit. And I agree with you. It is the perfect time to start over, and I would accept that, Jeff. I would, I would, if we're starting over and it looked like it, like we will go out there and trade Max and get picks, right? And then, right, maybe we could say, well, he went to a different team or whatever. I wouldn't fuck him and say, go here, go. This is where I'm gonna send you, right? Get a team that has a couple of first round pick. Give it the next year to give after that, make our team better. We're not doing that. We're going to suck for a long while. We keep this up. We keep the same dudes. We keep the same dudes, Jeff, or whoever's watching me right now. We keep the same people and don't make any improvements to this. We're going to get new guys. I know that. They're going to be forced to. This is the time where Raider Nation can be heard right now. We could get on shows. And believe you me, I know a couple of shows that players watch and get on and say things. We say things like that, they're gonna hear it, they're gonna watch it, they're gonna say, fuck it, we suck. And they're gonna be like us. we don't want to watch you. I'm not telling anybody don't go to games because I know it costs money and you save up a lot to be impressed, but you can't be impressed or motivated to go watch these fuckers play because it's dead. I don't. So if it means anything, if it means anything, you know, why support something when they're not doing anything for you to be entertained, bro? Basic, really, the NFL's is entertainment. I'm not fucking entertained, so I ain't gonna spend my money to go watch your dumb ass play. I got to show. I need to be out there, but I don't give a shit, bro. I don't need to. And then when you don't entertain me, the only entertainment I get is hearing my boys talk about how sorry you are, and it hurts my feelings when they gotta talk that way because I do it all the time. Probably will keep Geno, and we need an old line helps vets and rookies welcome. No more vets, bro. Our definition of veterans is what we got now, bro. Wayne. And they're gonna keep Geno. And then that right there is gonna make you even more pissed off, bro. You should be pissed off when we keep this fucking trash. It doesn't matter if Geno has an offensive line or not. He fucking up. And we don't need that shit again because we're gonna be in here possibly if he gets an offensive line that he's not gonna do the same shit. Fuck it. Get rid of it. It's time, bro. It's time. Get rid of Carroll. Get rid of Geno. He ain't gonna want to be here. And if you gotta sacrifice a little bit of dough, fuck it. You have $7 billion. Do it. Do it. And do it now. You have to realize that. But it looks like Mark Davis does. He listens to, he can't get nobody that's young and saying, all right, I want to do it my way and let me do it my way. Give me a chance. Then now when you get a young dude, Raider Nation would understand that. And all he has to do is tell us we're getting lied to and we know it. Are you so stupid? You have $1 billion business and you're listening to an old man that used to be. You used to be. And we fell in it again. All this shit we heard from AP last year didn't pan out. We got lied to. We got lied to. We got to commit. If I commit on going to game, I don't want. I don't want to base it on good or not. I go regardless. No questions that going to a game like that. But Jeff, you expect to lose now, right now. You expect it. You know, you went to a game with real fortunate they won. That's rare, bro. That's rare for me because I haven't been to a game and I can't even remember the last game that I went to, even in Oakland, that we won. It's been a long stretch of losing ass games. I'll tell you that. I went to the Baltimore game, COVID. They won Baltimore. That was the last one. How long ago was that? That's when the stadium opened or something like that. But shit, man, I'm not encouraging people to not go to games, but save your money because this ain't ready to go. Now, would you accept if Mark Davis said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and then say like in fantasy land, you know, Tom Brady is sitting here because I get tired of people on shows or anywhere, ESPN or anything that say Tom Brady's making decisions for the fucking Raiders. What does Tom Brady know about managing a football team? The words of my boy Cash Lord. I'll wait. So how is he making all these important decisions? Tom Brady, Tom Brady. I don't like this dude. He ain't a part of this fucking team. How is he making decisions when he's over here when he's over here calling a game on fucking TV the same time the red? How could he concentrate on that and see it? Tape? You're watching tape and making tape, watching it one time and then making decisions. You're tired of shit that you don't even see. I don't understand that, bro. I don't think Tom Brady has anything to do with the fucking Raiders. And why is Raider Nation so fucking put? Oh, Tom Brady ain't gonna take that shit. What the fuck is he doing? Calling other games. I understand you ain't gonna put down fucking $230 for Fox, but fuck, dude, you own a football team. Once you start getting involved with it, like 100%, then you're an owner. Otherwise, you're just making money. You're making your 10% out of every game, or 1% out of every game, which is a grip of money. I'm back, Mike. You're in the shower listening. What is your truth? We love the team, dedicated brotherhood. I understand that, bro. It's in me, man. I know it is, but you can't not. There'll be crickets, Willie Wayne, crickets. We can't talk about this team, and we can't say that. I fuck, man. It's like speechless shit because you can't say nothing good. We, I'm not even motivated to see anything, bro. How you motivated to watch the game on Sunday? Because the Raiders are playing, and I'm always gonna do that. But I'm like sidetracked, dude. Different shit sidetracks me, and it's weird. Like the wife would say, her game will be over, right? And she doesn't give a shit about the Raiders. But the it's like, eh, let's go shop, let's go do something. When we down 31-14, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I've never been that way, bro. This team had broken me down so much. I ain't gonna put no Raider tattoo on me, bro. It doesn't mean shit if you got Raiders on you to me. I got my kids on me and where I'm from. That's it. I'm trying to tell everyone say they money. Here we go. I did to get them to win last time before. The last time I saw them win in person was 1994. It taken 31 years for me to watch it. That's longer than me, bro. Yeah, I don't think Tom Brady, Paul. I don't think Tom Brady is helping us at all. I don't think we think that Tom Brady is doing all this shit, picking quarterbacks and all involved in this shit and doing this and that. I don't think he is, bro. Because I'm not the resume of Tom Brady making decisions could be fucking, hey, this is Tampa, this is cover three, cover two, quarters, this is this and that. He's good at that. He was good at throwing it to Randy Moss and fucking uh baby, what's his name? I mean the tight end and all these other folks with running a fucking team. What makes him good at that? Just because he has good businesses? He ain't the Italian evaluator. There's been a lot of people that were badass and that ain't good talent. Michael Jordan was one. You know, stay getting business. You know, Magic Johnson ain't over there fucking picking players for the Washington. He over there putting that money, making money. That's what he's doing. You stay out the way. That's what he needs to do. Probably. I think on the team to shut the fuck up and do it. That's it. I said it earlier. Tom will not be affected until he leaves Fox. His hands are gone. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. And I haven't heard that people. I just hear Tom. Wait. Tom Brady said this. Tom Brady said that. How? How? You know, I think people need to throw his name in the mix because he was good, because he was the best, and I think he was the best quarterback. But it's not just because of that doesn't mean he's running the fucking Raiders. Mark Davis is the owner of the Raiders, and out of the billions and billions of dollars that Mark Davis makes, Tom Brady gets this much. Can you see that? He making money, and why would he own a football team and if they didn't pay him $200 million to be on Fox? If he wanted to be so involved in this football team, how could he just say, "Nah, I want to be the owner of the Raiders and make decisions"? What is his impact on this team if he's working at Fox? He could have said no. He could have said, "Nah, I want to run the Raiders." It's bullshit. Don't listen to that. There you go, Paul with a bunch of shit. Gravy, I don't think not everyone knows business, man. He just owns a little stock in the Raiders. He does, but what we can't think that he's doing all this shit because what did he have? He had Stafford at the fucking camp he was at or something like that. We didn't get him. If he was such a badass motherfucker, we would have brought all these dudes in that wanted to be around the aura of he just he just making money off the Raiders. He ain't mad that no Raider fans are there. Mark Davis is making money either way, and I'm not saying that like everybody else that Mark Davis is just getting money from the Raiders because the stadium is packed. No matter if there's Raider fans there or not, this fool is still making money. He making money if the visitor teams, the fans are there, he making money. If anything, they're still buying beer, buying sodas. He's still getting parked. He's still getting all this shit. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're still getting paid. So with the love of the Raiders, I know Mark has it. We can't sit there. He doesn't give a fuck about the Raiders because he signs checks. He gives what everybody wants. Pete Carroll wants Tyler Lockett. All right. We wanted AP. All right. I didn't want Pete Carroll. I was cool with it. The Pete Carroll and his mannerisms, the way right now, is fucking this team up. It is big time. Getting your son in there. None of us were talking about that until the offensive line sucked. If the offensive line was playing good, and Chip Kelly will be the best. Now, Chip Kelly ruined his reputation being the offensive coordinator, not having the whole say in the offense because this motherfucking young boy that don't know shit about offensive line is running his running game because Pete Carroll said he was. I bet you Chip Kelly didn't want this motherfucker being a run game coordinator. I bet you that. I bet you. He had to say, okay. He had to. And he got blamed for all of it. But not his son. Not his son. It's just bad, folks. But you know what? I ought to hit. I'm done bitching. And it was great to see everybody back with me, everybody talking with me. Damn. But I'll get with you guys back. And then because I'm getting phone calls. I don't know who it is, but thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for talking with me. And it was a good vent session, Jeff. I'll see you on your other show, man. But thank you everybody for being here, man. We had close to 30 up in the room. I'm really happy about that because I haven't been around in a while. And then I don't know when I'll be on again, but we'll see you. Pop up to bitch about something else. Much love to everybody here. Have a wonderful day.